Welcome back to the plot, everyone. It's Thursday the 8th of June and I'm up at the plot. I'm mobile again. I'm actually moving around and actually doing things, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to give you a quick tour of the plot and let you all see what's been happening and what's not been happening. We came up on last Saturday and Delilah put the tomatoes in the ground. My partner Pip, she watered everything, and I walked about with a strimmer and strimmed a few areas, not doing very much. But let me swing the camera around. I'll swing the camera around and I'll give you a plot tour. Then after the plot tour, I'll show you a potato review we done on Saturday. So bear with me until I swing the camera around. Now the grass grew very long, so Delilah done really good work with the mower and the strimmer. I came up and strimmed a few areas last Saturday. There was a slight problem with the strimmer and she couldn't use it for a while. But let's have a look around. The corn cage, there's nothing growing in here at the moment. That could be getting weeded this weekend, and we might have some corn to put in there. The brassica bed, if I look down in here, we've got, it looks like a kale that's been nibbled away. More kale and more kale. So it looks like, what's that saying there? Yeah, it says kale. So we've got some kales in there. Looks like they've been getting nibbled off a few things. This neck could do with some attention. Right. So that'll be another one of my little jobs to do. So if that's kale, in here should be cauliflower and broccoli. Not very big, but they're still alive. Well, that one's barely alive. So I think I'll give them another water before I leave today. The peas are doing well. As you can see, we now have pods forming on the peas, but surprised they're not taller than this. I've tied these back with string because they were all hanging on the ground, but as you can see, we've got pods forming on lots of the shoots. Wow, this was the lettuce we put in. Quite a lot of them have gone to seed. What we'll do is I'll rip these out, take them home. The rabbits will have them. Some of the other ones are doing okay. I think this is black-seeded Simpson, and can't remember what that one is. But some of them are okay. It's just some have gone to seed rather quickly in the hot weather. Onions are starting to bulb up, as you can see there. So despite my early impressions that these were rather sad and pathetic and they weren't going to amount to anything, I've actually came back. I've got maybe about a dozen onions there. If I turn around here, these are all the second early potatoes. So these are going to get, what I'm going to do at the weekend is harvest all these and plant my main crop potatoes in those black tubs just over there. Got some over there, got some up there as well. So that's the plan for the weekend. This is the garlic. I'm going to check the garlic to see how big the bulbs are. All this yellowing is rust. I get rust every year. It's a pest, but it only affects the upper leaves of the garlic. It doesn't affect the bulbs. So what I will do is have a root around and see if what size the bulbs are, and see if we can harvest these. These are all the tomatoes that went in last week. Some are doing better than others. We've got all sorts in here. A few of the canes may need to be, well, these are all small canes because I had to transport them in the car. I can't transport them in the car if the canes are 5 or 6 feet tall. It just won't work. So these were just small canes to transport them, and what I'll do is I'll tie these up into bigger canes, so that'll be another job at the weekend. Speaking of a weekend, we might actually get some rain at the weekend. We haven't had any rain for over 3 weeks, and by the weekend I think it will be about 4 weeks since we've had any rain. And as you can see, the ground's a bit cracked as well and parched, but we do have some beetroots coming through. There's a lot of them getting nibbled. So this could do with a little weed. This is a poppy, self-seeded poppy. We'll let that self-seed, we like the poppies. Over here are my strawberries, and something's been digging in here, which I wish they wouldn't do. So these are dry, so these are going to get a water today as well. I was making a big planter to put the strawberries in, but I've had a change of mind. The planter isn't ready yet, so I've put them in here just to get them somewhere. And I think I'm going to use the big giant planter now for parsnips and carrots. Oh, we've got a little strawberry there. I'll show you the planter when we get up to the top of the plot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that for carrots and parsnips, and I'll use this bed here and the parsnip bed for strawberries. Now, the rhubarb plant has been dying off. We don't know what's wrong with it. It's been like this. It was doing really well, and now it just looks like it's dying off for some reason. I know we've got lots of dead leaves on them, and it needs a bit of a tidy up, but I don't know what's wrong with that. Blueberries, yeah, we've got some little blueberries. I don't know, I might just scrap these blueberries. They're nothing really to shout about. They're very tiny. Let's try one, see what they taste like. Oh, it's not ripe yet. Things that are ripe yet are the broad beans. Let's have a look at one. We'll just see what's in here. See if I can. Bear with me till I open this. So, yeah, that's about the size I want them at. So we'll be taking some of them home with us. If not today, certainly at the weekend. So, they're perfect. So we'll take some of them. This is the parsnip bed, and as you can see, we've got parsnips coming up. What I asked Delilah to do was to plant 3 seeds in each circle, and just to make sure we've got something germinated. And what we'll do, once they get a little bit bigger, can you see that? Once they get a little bit bigger, we'll take out the weak ones and just leave the strong ones. So we've got parsnips coming up, which is good, and we've quite a good germination rate there. And here should be carrots, but I'm not seeing any carrots whatsoever. These were planted quite a while ago. Plenty of weeds coming through. So, but I can't see any carrots. I can't even see the hint of a carrot. So I might sow the carrots again. These are some spring onions that Delilah sowed. So we've got broad beans, which these plants look as if they're dying off. They're wilting. I'll give them more water, see if that helps. Because it has been unusually hot and dry for the past 3 or 4 weeks. Doesn't stop the weeds from growing though, does it? Just pull these as I see them. So yeah, surprisingly, well, there's another weed. And I've pulled the broad bean out as well. No, never mind. Surprisingly, I was going to say surprisingly, no black fly. But there we are. Some black fly on there. Yeah, now I can see, now looking closely I can see the black fly. But they don't harm the plant. We did have some things in here. This is Delilah's cucumber, I think. And she should have some beans in here. We put the lid on it, stop mice getting at them. For some reason she's not got any germination there, which I don't know what's happening. I might take that out and change that water. It's not the best water. So we've got a few cucumbers there. Still no French beans. I don't know what's in this one. What's in this one? I had no idea what's in this one. She hasn't put any labels on it. This was the large planter I was making. That's the back, this is going to be the front. I've got 2 side pieces. It's quite heavy, so with my back troubles at the minute, I'm not going to assemble that. I'm going to leave it till the winter time now. Hopefully I'll be a lot better and I'll be able to assemble it then. Some broad beans that Delilah planted. This area needs a weed. There's just compost in here, but nettles and creeping thistle have just came through. This is a petal of a poppy, one of these poppies or flowers. I don't know, is it a poppy? Not sure. But this area needs weeded. I haven't brought my thick gloves today, so I won't be doing that today. And this area needs done. I'm planning on getting some seating arrangement up here so we can clear an area so we can sit under the shade rather than sit out in the harsh sun during the summer. The green gaze tree is absolutely dripping with fruit, as you can see, so we'll definitely get some of them. These are the beans. These ones look like Borlotti, and these look like the Blauhild beans, the purple French climbing beans. Not doing a very good job at climbing. Give it a little bit of a helping hand. So I'll go around them, take that bramble out, see if I can convince the climbing beans to actually climb around the poles. And this bed should be cabbage. Oh. So I've got 2 red cabbage here. I have planted more cabbage seed, so hopefully I'll be able to get a few more underneath here. There's also a bit of glass there and some weeds that need removing. These are raspberry runners that have came from the raspberry bed. So what the raspberry does, it sends runners underneath the ground horizontally and they just start popping up everywhere. There was some in here but they got chopped by the lawnmower. So what I'm going to do is this is going to get weeded and we'll get rid of all those raspberries, because I don't, even though the raspberries are nice, I don't want the whole plot being overtaken by raspberries. So that's the raspberries there. As you can see, we're getting flowers on the tops of the raspberries. Don't know if you can see that. So we're getting some flowers on the tops of the raspberries. This bed was started off with 6 bare raspberry canes, and you just plant them and they put out the runners, and as you can see they can grow like that. Unfortunately there's bindweed in this bed as well, which is a pest. I don't know what that is, but it's a weed. It's coming out. That's quite a lot of it actually. So that's basically the plot at the moment. No carrots. I might sow some carrot seed at the weekend. Potatoes, main crop potatoes are going in there at the weekend, and we're going to harvest all the secondaries. So what I'll do is I'll swing this camera around.